Yep, the wife's due with our firstborn baby any day now. And you hear what people say, but it can't be that bad, right? We did it, honey. Trifecta. He projectile puked, peed, and pooped on me. Just waiting for snot now. We'll do them all. I am nervous though, because you hear how fathers, they don't bond with the baby immediately. It takes some time. Oh, the second I held my son out of the womb, I was head over heels in love. But after a few weeks of getting to know him, I could use some time apart. My wife, she's the one who feeds it, right? I can only do so much, so like she's gonna be the really busy one. Yeah, pretty tired. You know, we have to feed him all night. Oh, well, my wife feeds him, but she makes me wake up and sit next to her to suffer too. And I hear this a lot, you know, parents saying the nights are long, but the years are short. I'm just trying to cherish it. All of it's long. The nights, the weeks, the months. Well, there's something that's short, my patience. Grandma and Grandpa, need your help again. What's up, Recties? I'm back. Big Papa's back.
Hey, back from the cradle.
No, part of that opening skit was like a 3 a.m. convo. We now, when we do the middle light stuff, we just don't say a word to each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. But she was like, because have you heard this kind of line of thinking before where the dads, it takes months for you to bond with the kid. The mom, she just holds it right after she gives birth to it. The dad, it's kind of, Have you heard that?
I've kind of heard it, but I don't know if I believe it.
Right. And I see this. I love my family, but I tell Katie that's not the case. I mean, right when he came out, I was so in love with you and him. And, but as we were holding him at 3 a.m., like 2 weeks into it, I was like, but if you ask me now, after getting to know him a little bit,
could he find some friends or something?
Yeah,
He's just only relying on us.
It's just kind of a lot. So, ask me again in like 2 more weeks, but
keep checking in how that bond's going.
Katie was going to try to make it today. Young Thomas, he's a good little critter.
Okay,
but she's going to hopefully get on. Really, the goal's next week, so she's still doing her thing. But
fun.
Thank you guys for all the love and support. Very kind. We got another episode today. So enjoy, subscribe, review, share it, and give us 5 stars. And enjoy another episode of Correct Opinions. Roll music. Correct Opinions. Correct Opinions. Okay, I want to get right into it, not mess around at all. We always love to hear from Erecties to start the episode. We have some of my favorite fan submissions I've had in a while.
I'm excited to see them.
Again, Correct Opinions Instagram. Follow it. Like it, DM us there with your video submissions. That's where we find these.
Like it. You know those Instagram pages you're always clicking like on?
Just go through all the posts. Like.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear from Amy.
Hey.
Amy Mo.
Hi. Congratulations, Trey and Katie on the baby.
Thank you.
Exciting. Also, Derek, you're having one soon as well, the 3rd. Super exciting. And Jake planning a wedding. Yeah. That bit that you guys were doing about the first look had me cackling in my car.
First look. You're getting closer, Jake.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to send a video in and say is I was also cackling by myself listening to you talk about the breast milk. So my baby is 8 months. And my my 6-year-old was having a tough time when we first brought the baby home because they have a 5.5-year age gap. And she was like really not happy about the fact that she wasn't also breastfed. And so one day when the baby was probably like a couple weeks old, my 6-year-old decided that she was going to take milk out of.
Oh, the suspense. Out of what?
What did she take it out of? Was it a nipple or a bottle? I got to know. Where did she take it out of?
Oh, sorry, it cut out. She decided she was basically going to take breast milk out of the fridge and just give it to herself. To take it upon herself to drink it, as if it's not, needed for keeping another human alive.
Sorry, kid's gonna be strong.
So we came out from changing the baby. My husband was in the room putting together a closet organizer, and I was in the baby's room changing the diaper. So we both walked out at the same time, and we saw our 6-year-old sitting at the island. Just helping ourselves.
Just chugging.
To a bag of some breast milk.
To a bag, just straight from the bag. Slap the bag.
Mom, this is really sweet. Did you make this?
Mom, did you make this?
Basically.
It's not my favorite.
I don't know how much I altered the taste. And she said, too sweet.
Too sweet.
The bag back like nothing happened. So yeah, that parented.
That's funny. Is this 2%? It's 100% Amy. That's what you're drinking.
It's like having a Brita. You know?
Also love how girls tell stories.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, husband, he was over there.
This
is how I would tell that story.
He's doing a closet organizer.
Well, it's not like an organizer. It's more of like a like a shelving system.
He was doing that, and I'm in the
which we got it from my. Let me back up.
I'm in the next bedroom. It shares a wall with the.
We did a whole trip to Dallas because we don't live in the same city as IKEA actually. So we went.
That's where I got these sunglasses from. Actually,
wait,
or not. Wait, I didn't get sunglasses from IKEA. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Okay,
I didn't screw together the sunglasses. That'd be silly.
What was he talking about? Okay, so my 6-year-old, 5.5-year gap. What was he talking about?
What was it? And so I feel like the dude submissions would be like a 30-second video. I love the pod. You guys crack me up. Some girl's like, hold on, it cut off. The thing was actually telling me like, stop recording the video, but let me do it again.
Instagram themselves thought no one would ever send longer than a 4-minute DM, so they kind of capped it at that. But I'm just gonna keep going. No, Amy, that is great. Congrats on the sweet milk.
Congrats, yeah.
Is that just Amy, or is that pretty natural? Like breast milk is sweeter.
Haven't tried it yet. You know, we posted a clip on the Correct Man's Instagram. Go like it.
Like it.
And a bunch of people are like, well, you'll taste it eventually naturally.
Show me the position you need to be in where it just happens naturally.
I mean, I just told you I'm not interested in it. I know where it comes from. I'm going to avoid the area.
I mean, what are they implying? Like, well, the baby could spit up directly in your...
Shelter kid moment. Clip it. Shelter kid moment. They're implying sexual activities could create a situation.
Oh, really?
So men typically like boobs.
Okay.
You don't. Of course, you don't know that. You haven't had the first look.
No, I'm listening.
There's no judgment here. No judgment zone.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. So you and Derek knew the whole time, and you guys never told me.
But anyway, stop commenting weird stuff. Listen to us. We're sweet innocent boys talking about how we don't want to drink it.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna. Oh, we have a whole. She's getting after it, man. We have a whole fridge full in our man cave / nursery.
I'm still on the boob thing. Mm-hmm. Like if you're here saying I don't want it, and the other guys are like, well, you'll have it. You'd be like, well. Yeah, it's like what you're saying. It's like, no, I said I don't want it. I'm not going to go there.
Remember how you latch? Yeah. We all have some freaky listeners out there, man.
Yeah, you can go a couple months without it. It's not essential that I know of.
I'm pretty sure, right?
I'm pretty sure.
What's up with that?
I think. Either way, I think the moral of the story is that I love milk. I've always loved milk. And the fact that there's a sweeter version of it that exists, I might have to flip my stance on breast milk. I'm looking forward to it. I would love sweeter milk.
I'll chat with Kitty, see if I can see if she wouldn't mind me bringing a bag over. Straight from the bag.
If you could
Capri Sun style.
Yeah, I could just throw a straw in one of the bags and just...
No kidding.
I won't backwash.
I asked this to Katie recently because I saw a cute little child going through security with her mom, and the mom's getting all the bottles of, milk and whatnot. And it occurred to me like, oh, like no liquids, through security. But obviously, for obvious reasons, I guess there's a exception for breast milk, etc.
Sometimes that's a point of controversy with the TSA.
Some airports don't allow it.
Some of them, you get a TSA agent that's on a power trip that will not let mothers bring it through.
Because you can't really test it right. So I was like, Katie, what's stopping me from bringing through a few White Russians in bottles?
Well, what's stopping ISIS from, bringing a bunch of milkers and bombs together?
Right, milk bombs.
Yeah. What's stopping them?
What's stopping them?
Answer me that.
They bring over a bunch of cute little toddler Arab babies.
Yes. And you think, move along. Yeah, breast milk is fine.
Kerosene.
Yes.
That's a great point.
Be careful.
And more than 3 point, what is it? What's the count? 3.4 ounces.
Something like that.
Because 3.5 and up is atom bomb.
Terrorism. Yeah.
Next fan submission, please. We're learning a lot today. Correct opinions.
This is good.
Hey Trey, Jake, Katie, and family man Derek. My name's Camilla, and I just wanted to say hello from Perth, in Australia.
Oh, that's where it is.
And before I go into anything, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the baby, Thomas. Very glad to hear about everything and hope he continues to go well and not have too many doctor's appointments.
Very kind.
I would like to throw
Thank you.
my name into the hat for the Australian correspondent. I've
Wow.
been sort of wondering if I should send in a video for a while, and then all the chats about Australia in the last episode, I was like, I think it's time. So yeah, would love to throw my name in the hat. I thought something interesting that you might want to look into before you go.
Yep.
We do have a lot of Australian slang, as you may or may not have heard. But I thought I'd just talk about 2 words to get you started. But there's so many. So the first one is a bogan. Pretty sure that don't use that anywhere else in the world, but it's probably
A bogan.
I guess most similar to what you'd call a redneck in the US, but
Oh.
it's a real strong cultural phenomenon, and yeah, could have some interesting chats talking about that word.
A bogan.
Bogans.
And then the other one
Bogans don't wear
is-
masks, huh?
So we use like far out. We say far out, which means like essentially, oh, that's crazy,
cool,
or
right? Or
can't believe that. Or, oh my gosh, but
far out.
could be a good option for sheltered kids, you know, instead of using other words. So yeah, they're 2 interesting things. But
Far out.
honestly, there's so many phrases and words that don't make sense to people from other countries.
So
to
a
the point
closet
that,
organizer.
when I used to live in the UK, when I first met some of my friends that had to Google
UK?
words that I was saying because they didn't understand
She's done both?
what was coming out of my mouth. So yeah,
I wonder they didn't
lots
understand.
of fun. But yeah, thanks guys for doing the podcast. Really love listening to it, and yeah,
Thank you.
hope to see you in Perth, maybe one day.
Hope to see you in Perth. And
Perth. I would see you in Perth.
I listen to you guys all the time, but I just never dreamed I could see you in Perth. And that'd be awesome.
Far out. Wasn't that like kind of a 70s US term?
At least
Far
I was
out.
led to
bring it up.
believe that.
It,
I'm no bogan.
is Australia like a paradise?
It
I
looks
think-
beautiful there, the weather,
I think
right?
every video I've ever seen of Australia, they're outside and it's like Hawaii. Is it like that?
They're always outside.
Makes sense, I
I've never
guess.
been to Perth, so I don't know. But probably.
Bogan.
Bogan. Oh, you're such a bogan. Oh, yeah, bogans never vote.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like you'd fit in good there.
Thanks. I got to hear someone talk about it for like 2 minutes, and then I've got it for like 10 seconds.
The spams I'm getting is unbelievable.
Answer it.
Hello? Hello? Screw you.
Dude, they got you good. Pranked.
I had sidebar. The other day I had probably 15 in one day. I mean, I don't know what was going on. So on the 16th comes in, and I'm middle of the day. I'm a little fatigued from everything that's going on, and I've just kind of my patience runs slick. So I'd say 1 of every 1,000 spam calls I'll answer and just do this. And so I pick it up and I just go, "Hey, screw you!" and hung up. And Katie's like, you can't do that. What if it's someone you actually do? I'm like, I'm getting so many spam calls. And she's like, it sounded like a woman. Was that the woman you hit with your car earlier? Back up a few hours. I backed into a girl, left a note on the car, said, call me. And I go, oh my gosh. And I look through the and she leaves a voicemail. She's like, hello, I think you hit me. I'm not sure if I got the right
Some
number
type
or
of
not.
bogan.
And I
is
just
on
gotta
your
call her
phone.
back. I was like, no, I never got a call. That's weird.
I'm so sorry for what you claim happened.
Yeah, bogans, right?
I don't know what that
was
was.
far out.
That is amazing. I mean, that is like a Seinfeld
No,
episode or something.
no. That wasn't me.
No, never heard of that. No. Far out.
So, thank you. That's our Aussie contact.
That's
liaison.
amazing. But sorry, back on the hitting the woman thing. Like,
was
if
brutal.
Katie wasn't in your life, you just would have gone about your day like, good. I showed them.
Showed them.
All right, move on.
I probably would have never put it together. I would have talked to that woman later. She's like, I called and someone yelled at me. I was like, yeah, crazy, right?
Huh? Yeah, that's America these days. Anyway,
Anyway.
who is this? That's so funny. Anyway, Camilla from Perth.
Backed into a car, a nice one too.
Bummer.
And then I just kind of put the car in park. I said, I'm going to need a few. So Katie just went inside with Thomas, and I paced in our backyard for a bit. And that was fine. And then I came in. You know what I hate? Any other proud man hate this, or woman? Getting patronized.
I don't think anyone likes it.
I walked back into my family was in town, and you could tell Katie was probably like, this is just what happened. Trey is very angry. It's fine. I walk in, kind of like, when you're an idiot and did something wrong.
You messed up.
Like, what's going on here? We having lunch? What's for lunch? And they're like, my sister's up to me with like a longing eye. She's like, it's okay. And they're like, we went and looked at your car, and there's hardly a mark. And then I flipped the switch. There's marks on both the cars. That's a $3,000 mistake I just made. So everyone, you know what? I fixed my mood, and you've unfixed it. Don't tell me.
You've corkscrewed my mood.
You barely scratched the $100,000 Lexus out there. I'm sure it'll be cheap to fix. It wasn't. The lady was very kind. She got me 2 quotes. One of the quotes was like 3% less. So thanks. That was nice of her.
When you said that, I just said, screw you.
Screw you.
And it said, sorry, that guy is on the line again. I don't know what is going on.
Save your number.
Sorry. Just the bogans.
Okay, one more submission here. This is a good one.
Hi, Trey, Katie, Jake, Family Man Derek. I just started listening to the podcast.
Hey.
About 5 weeks ago. Love it. It's wholesome. It's just funny. I really enjoy laughing. Laugh by myself when I listen to it all the time, out loud. And when you guys crack yourselves up, it makes me laugh even harder. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the podcast. Dirty jokes are funny and all, but we all know it's low-hanging fruit, man. That wholesome content takes real effort to be funny. So I appreciate the work that you guys do to be funny and clever and all that. I started listening... I went to backtrack a little bit, and I listened to the October 26th episode today, and that was the one that you introduced Anna.
It was a rainy day.
And their Olympic dreams, and I wanted you to know that you have another Olympian that listens to your podcast.
Olympian!
Whoa!
I competed in the 2020/1 Olympics in Tokyo. I played softball. We took home silver.
Silver medalist. Okay. Oh. Do you hear that, horse girl?
I promise
Wait, what'd she say there? Keep going.
Don't wear this every day. It was just
she has on an Olympic shirt
today, so
she's got her silver medal across her neck.
You are likely going to roast me for that, which is one of my favorite things about your podcast. Is you ask your fans to send in videos, and then you follow up by roasting them for the videos. So feel free. I do promise that I don't wear this every day.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't really noticed that before.
I live in Florida. I'm thinking of coming to your Fort Myers show.
Pause real quick.
Fort Myers.
I love it. Is funny. I'm like, we're not getting enough video submissions. She's Olympian. She has on if you're listening and not watching, she has on a U.S. Olympic shirt.
It looks very official. United States Olympic team.
She has on eye black and the softball helmet in the car.
I think in the back, I could see it looks like a couple bats.
Yeah, and she has a softball just kind of throwing it up and down like this. For those listening and not watching.
In the second video, she had to stop it. In the second video, she was kind of biting like the silver medal, like how they kind of take for pictures. And she was biting it. She's like, I think it's funny how podcasters. But she's got it in her mouth.
Yeah, she's got sunflower seeds in. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit left. She said she's in Florida, I think.
And it's been actually kind of nice to laugh about Hurricane Ian because my house flooded. So it's been nice to kind of cathartic. Is that the word? I don't know, to laugh a little bit about it in those episodes from around when Hurricane Ian hit. So thanks for the funny content. Appreciate it. I've really enjoyed it. So thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. What was her name?
What was her name again?
Softball
girl. She
Tokyo.
Another Olympian. So silver. You hear that, horse girl?
Look out, Anna.
Okay.
You got to bring home better than silver to be our favorite Olympian.
Right. See y'all in Paris.
This is merit based. That's pretty fun. USA softball team. I grew up with a big fan of the USA softball team. My sister played a lot of softball. Had Jenny Finch posters in her bedroom.
Oh, did she? Did you?
I would look. She would be gone, and I would look.
How many of those things on her chest were?
Those weren't softballs. Those
interesting.
Milk
bombs.
Piecing this together a little bit.
TSA. Middle East. That makes sense. Yeah, Jenny Finch, man. She was kind of the first of her kind. The hot female sports girl.
Heterosexual.
Yeah. Exactly. Danica Patrick.
Yeah.
She Jenny Finch, she was good at the sport. Because Danica Patrick, I learned years later I was duped. She wasn't even that good at the sport.
Oh, was she not?
No. I think she got decent, but like wasn't even like, she was like in the minor leagues of cars. Fact check me there, but I'm pretty sure.
She was just like good looking and kind of rose to the top.
And a woman.
She was better looking than Jeff Gordon. Happens to be a woman. Yeah. Well, good for Jenny Finch. I think that was big for the softball. I'm on the USA roster right now. I'm trying to figure out
Jenny Finch still playing?
Yeah. No, nothing with Jenny. Man, a lot of these girls look the same. I can't find her.
Do I find her name again?
I can tell you.
Oh, it's okay.
We gotta give a shout out to her. So thanks for the submissions. Keep sending them in, and ladies, make sure excruciating detail when you do send in the videos, please.
Please.
Aubrey, shout out Aubrey.
Cool.
So I don't know if she plans to be in the next Olympics or not. Would have been nice to be invited to the last one.
Yeah, that's too
Heard
bad.
Tokyo's beautiful in the summer,
especially during COVID.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been so fun.
There she is. Aubrey with 2 E's. That was what was throwing me off. Aubrey Monroe.
What position?
All right. Looks like catcher. 5'10" catcher. That's a long ways to squat down.
So that was catcher's gear she had on that video.
Okay, that would explain the chest guard.
How tall, you said?
5'10".
Yeah.
Want to know her weight? I'm just kidding. It doesn't have the weight.
Yeah, do female sports, do they not have the weights?
They don't have the weight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. That's funny.
Good for us.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to know the weight. So, Aubrey, if you could hit us back with the weight. 5'10". Thank God. I mean, there's no way it flooded more than like 5. She's surely able to
She kept head above water,
which is
she's fine.
The height's good.
A lot of catcher's gear floats. So she'd be fine.
And she's used to being crouched down as a catcher. She's got to be thrilled to stand up tall above the water.
You have the knees to break. The buoyancy's got to feel amazing.
Yeah. Shout out Ian.
I'm reading her just about me on teamusa.org. She wears number 1.
Number one.
Her favorite sport besides softball, you're never going to guess, baseball. That's cool, Aubrey.
Whoa.
Okay.
Creative.
Aubrey's probably listening to this being like, this is like the dumbest thing. Like I filled this out when I was like a freshman in college.
Well, do it all. Do it all. Because these are the worst. Whenever you read little bios.
Like, what am I supposed to say?
If you could take one thing to a desert island.
It's like, just put my weight on there.
Bible. Yeah.
I'd rather have my weight than these. My favorite activities include going to the beach, hunting, and binge watching Netflix. Aubrey. Oh, that's great.
No, we're never gonna get a video submission ever again. We're like, we want to hear from the fans. Just tell us your
create a
question.
community.
Like, I found on the dark web a paper they wrote when they were 12. Listen how stupid they were.
I was just trying to find info. Like, let's just see what's out here. And then, unfortunately, it's this. But on what it means to play for USA softball, she said, I was in 4th grade when the Olympics were in Athens in 2004. And that year, all my projects centered around red, white, and blue.
She sounds like a bogan.
Classic bogan. Anyway, that's pretty fun. Aubrey, you're a stud. Happy to have an Olympian in our audience. Thanks for sending in the video.
I also heard Perth's kind of forgotten about. Chime in on us on that. It's off by itself.
Yeah, it's not close to anything.
Let us know.
Perth, it's out west.
Okay, I want to play a little game with you, Jake. We know this is an educational podcast. We're already learning things this episode.
Yeah.
It's now been 3 weeks as a father, so I've learned so many things. Teaching him right from wrong.
Good. Reading comprehension.
Kay doesn't like when I spank him, but
he
I rule
needs
with
to
an
learn.
iron fist.
Stop crying. Learn. I just fed you. What could you be crying about?
What? Use your words. Use your big boy words.
I can't understand you when you just cry. I want to hear you.
I don't know. What does that mean?
I can't.
What does that mean? So, a little quiz for you. Just do your best.
Okay.
This is meant to educate you, and it's just fun for the recties. So, newborn quiz. What does the term blowout mean? Blowout.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with how the kid got here. Am I warm?
It's warm. It is warm.
It is warm. Okay. A blowout. It's when the baby. No. Yeah, it's warm because the baby is sitting on your lap, and then it poops, and it feels like you pooped your front.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's warm. I don't need to smell. That's so warm.
That's right. Tom, he had his first one today.
Yeah.
I just stood up and it was all over me.
Yeah, he pooped on your lap.
Bummer. Next question.
Okay.
How long can your standard breast milk stay good for at room temp?
When you say good for, like good enough for a baby to consume?
Yes.
Got it. That makes sense. How long can it stay good for at room temp?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, not long, Trey. 60 seconds. And then you've got to go.
It's
It
like
needs
how
to
he
go.
was conceived. You're correct.
It's got to get in his mouth or in the fridge. That thing's gonna spoil ASAP.
Or it just dies.
Yeah. I think
Turns into water.
60-second shelf life.
Close. 4 to 8 hours, something like that.
Okay. So
I
not
don't know.
days at a time.
We're not setting it out, but yeah, it'll last a little while. Surprise! There's all these rules. I just do
Really?
what Katie's told. Yeah, she's like, if you've already used the bottle, we can't, because he sucked on the bottle. Then his like bacteria's in the bottle. So if whatever's left, we can't like repurpose.
Oh.
Which I'm kind of like, I mean,
It's like a straw. I sip out of the straw. I go back down. I
That's
sip out of the
fine.
straw again. Aren't babies healthier than we are? Or am I thinking of a dog's mouth?
dog's mouth. That was my next question. Dang it! What's cleaner, a toddler, an infant's mouth, or a dog's mouth?
Well, I don't know.
Which can suck harder?
Yeah, we don't give dogs straws. But should we be? Is it just a going green initiative? I think babies suck harder.
Yeah.
But if we could teach it's just an educational thing. We don't know how to teach dogs how to suck.
Well, the first thing they tell you to do is the baby comes out and you put him right on to get him to start suckling. So I think if puppy, I think it's just
I guess
what
dogs
the first
do
thing
suck.
you do in your life.
Yeah, they suck.
I guess they do suckle on the teats, right?
Yeah, they do. Honestly, dude, you ever seen like a pig suck on his mom? It's like hard to look at. And like there's
looks
always one
painful.
pig that like there's not enough teats to go around. Like sucks for that one. He's gonna be 48 hours.
Survival of the piggest.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, some of those pigs' teats, I feel for them, man. They're just chomping on them. This has been helpful.
How far can a baby projectile shart?
Okay, I'm imagining.
Projectile shart.
Where is the baby? Is it like being held up or like what pose?
It's on a changing table, and he's kind of hog tied up.
Okay. I bet that's pretty far. I mean, that is almost like the optimal position to be in to like get some like PSI out of your bunghole. I would say shart, that is also optimal. That's better than just solid. I'm going to say 4.5 feet.
Ding, ding, 3 to 5 feet.
3 to 5 feet. Okay.
You ever seen that before, Derek?
I never had that. No, that sounds.
I'd never
awesome,
heard of
though.
this. Projectile. Shot across the room on coated a door.
Dude, you just need that to
I was
happen once.
blown away.
And then, yeah, forever. I'm scared.
I don't know whether
There's
I need to
videos of
call
this if we
like
ever wanna watch it.
a nurse or Guinness World Records.
That
It
is.
was wild.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't get used to it either. He's like, oh, feet go up. It's time to give him a show. You know, you need to spank him again. Say, hey, no, don't do that.
Act your age.
Yeah. You're 3 weeks. Time you grow up.
So yeah, stay tuned. People very excited. I'm a parent. I posted a little clip on my story of someone was like, I swear I saw Trey Kennedy at this nightclub with a photo of this guy that looks like me.
Yeah.
And I just sent a selfie of me in the middle of the night holding my baby. Like it wasn't. I mean, people were fired up. You're like, yeah, he's suffering too.
Oh, look at him. He looks miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
talking
years
about.
are short, but the nights are long. Stop saying that to me.
He's one of us now. He gets it. Yeah, do you feel like it's tough to like talk about your baby?
A little bit. I mean, it's still just a few weeks, but I mean, it's wild to think I haven't just slept in a night in 3 weeks, but I'm still sleeping enough. It's getting old, but it's not that bad.
Or
I mean, he doesn't have too many complications, so
yeah,
that's good.
That's good. Are people giving you a lot of advice, or are they just giving you like, oh, you'll see. Oh, you'll
a lot
learn.
of you'll sees. Nothing I can say to a seasoned parent is sufficient. You'll be like, Yeah, so far he doesn't cry that much. And they'll go, yeah, famous last words.
Wait until he figures it out.
I'm just telling you what's happening.
What am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
What can I say that won't give me like education back?
Yeah, he hasn't really. I love him, and he hasn't upset me that much yet. Wait till you teach him how to drive.
Okay, I feel like we're a ways out.
Okay, yeah, I just am sharing my experience thus far.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, he hasn't peed or pooped a ton, so honestly, we're not spending that much on diapers. Wait until college. That's gonna be pricey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. Just wait, son. When you had honey buns every morning, we're spending a fortune on plumbing.
I think you're a water tank. Yeah, I mean, that's like with any stage. Like, I got engaged, and everyone was like, oh, not jealous of you. Actually, wedding planning's been going pretty well. Well, you'll see.
I hated engagement. Hated it.
It was not, I don't know, something for us. Not good. And I'm sure once I get married, how you enjoying marriage? You know, so far it's actually been really good. Okay, so you haven't hit the rough patch yet. All right. You let me know.
All right.
I want you to remember this conversation.
7-year itch. Yeah. All right.
All right. You text me when it happens.
That old high school fling will hit you on Facebook Messenger. Things will get confusing.
Your wife's out of town, and you think, oh, no one will ever know. And then turns out Snapchats don't ever really disappear. And you text me when that happens.
Yeah. Just wait.
Yeah, that is such a thing. I mean, I feel like even like premarital counseling we're doing, like we're kind of doing it with our church. So there's other couples kind of involved. And our last session was about conflict. And then like, talk about like a big fight you had. It's like, we haven't had like, not much. Oh, come on. I know you have. What's been the big fight? No, nothing too much. Okay, well, I'm sure it's coming then. It's coming. Just wait. It's like, all right, can we? If you're not going to accept my answers for what they are, then why am I even doing this?
Exactly. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Okay, this is random. I want to play this video.
Okay.
This video has 7,000 views on YouTube. But it's a great thumbnail.
It's impressive that you found it.
It looks like a podcast that Dave Ramsey interviewed on. If you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, he's a very famous, one of the biggest like financial advice givers out there.
Yeah, he's been very successful at telling people how to like spend money, how to get out of debt.
Mm-hmm. It's very intense. It's for people. He'll be like, if you have a bunch of debt, if credit cards, you are cash only.
Yeah,
we're not even going to risk this debt. Which makes sense if you have a massive problem. And then people are like, well, I use credit cards wisely. Well, shut up.
This is for those who need it.
But it's very intense. And this thumbnail just has Dave Ramsey screenshot with a word bubble that says, I was a hell-raising, beer-drinking kid. Let's see what he says.
I'm excited to see this video.
But the short version is that I didn't grow up in a family that was a church family or Christian family. And so I was a hell-raising, beer-drinking kid. And I married my wife, and she's, we've been dating for years, and she never said anything about this Jesus stuff, but we get married, and she remembered she was a Baptist. And so decides we're going to church, and I'm like, who are you? I'm not going to church. Sunday's when you drink beer and watch football.
This is right after you get married.
Yeah, like 2 weeks after we get married. She had a fit and stormed out. And of course, we're in Nashville. There's more Baptists than people. So she stormed out and found a Baptist church. And
look at Dave go.
To join, and those Baptist people prayed for her heathen husband. And so this went on for about a year. It was not a good start to my marriage. And so I was in this sales thing, and I go to the sales conference, and the guy in the sales conference stands up and answers every question I had about anything. And then at the end, he answered a question I didn't have, which is he said, if you don't know this man named Jesus, you need to get to know him because it's going to change your life. It's going to revolutionize everything.
You're going to make $1 billion.
Rather than you'll be a giver rather than a taker, and people can smell it when you're in sales if you're a taker. You need to be a giver. And I went home, told my wife we're going to church, and she's like, who are you, and what'd you do with my husband? So I wandered in the back door of this little Pentecostal church, about 400 people, and they were raising their hands like they knew the answer to some question. It scared me to death. I told Sharon, if they get snakes out, I'm out of here. And so that old pastor led me to the Lord shortly thereafter and baptized me. And I had the distinct honor. The church later grew to about 10,000 people. Wow. And in the 80s, and the big mega church movement type of thing. But I had the honor a year ago this month of preaching his funeral.
Oh.
Sensodyne.
Sensodyne. Interesting. It's funny that his wife never thought to bring up like religion at all. And then as soon as they were married, she's like, all right, we're going to church on Sunday. And he's like, whoa, you never talked about this.
Yeah.
You never brought this
Talk
up.
about the rough first year of marriage.
I mean, I kind of see
didn't
his
even know
side
this
of it.
woman. Yeah.
He's like, what in the world? The whole time we've been dating and engaged, you never once brought
Sundays
this up.
for hell raising.
Here's hell. I got a raise.
You think? I'm trying to picture the sting mic.
Here he goes again. Not the clamp.
I'm trying to. That'll work. I'm trying to think of Dave Ramsey as just an ornery kid. You think he was like, "Hey, why don't we go get some underage beer?
And
if we
credit
have the
cards.
budget for it,
Sorry, I stepped on your joke.
if it's financially responsible, that is."
Do you think your brother could buy a cigarette as long as it doesn't put him over the edge?
Mm-hmm. You know, because you have everything in moderation.
Yeah.
So it was a funny clip.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Dave Ramsey. Who would have thought?
Hellraisin's a good word.
That is. More people should say that.
Yeah.
Thomas, he's just a hellraiser.
He's just a whole lot of rigmarole. I like that word.
Dave Ramsey didn't
Scandrel too. When you brought up Scandrel.
Scoundrel?
Oh,
Scandrel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scoundrel.
That was a popular word.
Scandrel or scoundrel?
I'm so sorry.
Did you think it was scandrel?
No.
Or is that an accent? No, we thought it was scandrel.
You'll
Which
scandrel you.
gone.
is kind of a cool combo word. If you have a scandal and you're a scoundrel,
Alex Murdoch.
scandrel.
Big scandal.
Buster Murdoch. He's the only one left. They're coming for him.
Yeah, scandal soon.
Big developing news. Not to keep talking about this, but both Katie's and my mom's, we have different moms, our respective mothers.
Got it.
Sent baby photos of us. So it's kind of like, oh, look, do you look like your baby? And Katie, she grew up with like white blonde hair, but as a newborn baby, she had brown hair.
What in the world?
So number one, I'm not sure it's her in the photos.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Number two, are you telling me there's still a chance I have a Murdoch boy? His hair could change that drastically?
You would think if it can go from brown to white, it can go from brown to anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Red's in the equation there. Dang, I hope you don't have a Murdoch boy.
I know.
More than anything, I hope he's a serial killer before he's a Murdoch looking boy. Gosh,
Say that again.
that would be a bummer. You old scandal.
You guys were talking about this. I don't know much about it. Tell us about it. The Trump, he's getting arrested.
Something's happened. By the time this comes out, maybe it already happened. I feel like something is going down on, I think, Tuesday of this week. He's going to be arrested. What'd you say, Derek? It's because he paid off Stormy Daniels with campaign money.
That's the last I saw. It's saying arrested Tuesday. Expected to be arrested Tuesday. So when this comes out.
Dang.
So let us know how that went. I just saw, I was training that Putin, someone put out a warrant for Putin's arrest, which I felt relieved by. I thought he was just running around the world.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. We pinned him down. We got him on
Good
something.
to know someone is like, this guy deserves to be locked up.
Let's at least arrest him. Yeah,
So.
it seems like maybe we should have done that earlier, or I don't know how all that works. But I'm glad. Put out a warrant. Let's arrest this man.
So, yeah, what are the Trump details? Derek?
Referring to himself, arrested in connection with the year-long investigation of hush money scheme involved adult actress Stormy Daniels.
Oh, not that hush hush.
Not that hush hush. That's so.
It's interesting.
That's really. Say what I'm not. It's really crazy that we had a president that were like, for months and months, we're talking about he paid off a literal adult star.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. It's like that's something out of a movie. You're like, rich guys really do that?
Yeah,
they really do that. It's worth it?
And then they pay him off, and then we find out about it. He's still president though.
Wait till I tell you about Monica Lewinsky. That's gonna really blow your mind.
Yeah. These guys, we need more sheltered kids becoming presidents.
I would have no idea.
Right.
A girl would offer me a blowout, and I'd say no, thank you.
Excuse you.
I don't want you to sit on my lap. I know what a blowout is.
Yeah.
Trey told me.
That's pretty weird. I have a clean suit on. We need
it
more
is
sheltered
crazy.
kids as president.
I feel like as a kid, you hear like Forrest Gump. It's like
Stormy. Is that a family name?
Stormy. Okay. Like I'm trying to think of my Pokemon cards that had storm spells. Which ones?
Man,
Like,
you must produce a lot of milk. Jenny Finch.
Couple adult league softball size worth. Cool. But as a kid, yeah, I feel like I remember watching Forrest Gump as a kid, and they're like, "Yeah, your back's as crooked as a politician," or something like that. And you get told like, "Yeah, politicians are all crooks. They're all corrupt." And it's just like, then you grow up and you're like, "Oh yeah, I guess they all are." Like most of them are, and like that's just okay. That's just the culture of politics,
right?
Like, oh yeah, they'll like do anything, stab you in the back. Like yeah, they're all corrupt.
I saw,
but they're in charge
a very
of us.
quick clip. It was like Biden. He's talking present day in some interview. I don't know, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember as a young boy, I watched two men kiss each other. And my father was like, Joseph, love is love." And I'm like, "Oh, that's what your dad said you 60 years ago." And there's a clip of him like 30 years ago as a politician being like, "Marriage is between a man and a woman. Are you guys insane?" It's like, dude, they're all just saying what they need to say.
They're always gonna say like what they think they need to say at that moment in time.
Like, what a crazy story.
Like, I kind of believe that
My
like
Southern father in the 40s was like, "Son, men should love each other."
I remember.
I doubt it, Joe.
I remember my dad, Bill, told me, this was in 1940 in Alabama, and he told me, "Julius, I want you using the same restroom as me." And that was one of his big things. That, and he was big on Jews. Those were his things. And love is love. At the time, he was the only one saying all those
forward
things.
Thinking really was amazing.
I wonder if you get to a certain level of politics where it's like, I don't even know what my own beliefs are anymore. I am just going with what my party says to believe in. I'm going with what these lobbyists tell me to believe in. Like, do they even have their own beliefs? They're just doing what other people tell them.
Probably that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'd love people to just tell me what to do. I'll believe anything.
Honestly, it sounds awful. Rachel's best friend growing up, her grandpa is the senator in Iowa and has been the senator for like 100 years. His name's Chuck Grassley. I think he's like 86 or something. He's like the oldest guy in Congress.
Can you be senator forever?
Apparently so.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know how, like...
We know politics here.
But anyway.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm going to have a senator at the wedding. Oh, he's 89, dude.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
He's been a senator since 1981. So, just a senator for 40 years. But has been, I think in politics and doing other stuff for longer.
He's going to do it till he's done?
I don't know. I think he's like... He went up for re-election. Like they thought maybe he'd let his like son or grandson or somebody do it. But he's still kicking. That's crazy. A guy born in 1933 is like...
That's the thing that a vast majority... I've seen polls on this that, of course, the old guys in power aren't going to create like a vote that gets rid of their power. So it's always going to be a problem. But it's like, hey, 89-year-olds. I've been around some 89-year-olds, okay? Half the time you don't know you've been around me. You don't need to be making massive decisions for the communities. When I'm back, I say it's a 75, you won't hear from me. I won't even like, hey, other people do stuff for me.
Yeah. I want to have a blowout. You fix it.
You fix it.
I mean, on one end, it's like props to you for still wanting to work. Like, I can't imagine still wanting to like get up and put a suit on. Oh my gosh. And this dude, I mean, he's all over the place. His big thing, he visits every county in Iowa every year. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's how you get reelected.
40 five times. Of them have to, he just steps foot in there. He's like, did it. No one even lives there.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
But kind of fun. I've met the guy. He's pretty, for 89, he's doing great. Still moving. Saw him go down and up some stairs.
Okay, that's good. Not all our politicians can do that.
The bar is so low when you're 89. I saw this guy.
Seen him on a bicycle?
Went to the bathroom himself. I've never seen him on a bike. I could ask him, though.
I still can't believe they put Joe Biden on a bicycle. That's unreal. Could you imagine your 80-something-year-old grandpa and like, we're going to go take him on a bike ride. I'd be like, I'm going to call the police.
No
Don't
way
put
can
my
you do
grandfather
that.
on a bike.
Yeah.
He's 84.
He's so frail. It would kill him if he falls over.
I mean, the poor... No president besides Abe Lincoln's taken such a beating. As his... I mean, he has fallen down stairs, bicycles. It's crazy.
It's impressive, man.
And Trump's going to run again? I think, right?
I guess
he's
so.
About to be 80? Can't keep doing this.
I guess so. This could be a while.
Trump's approaching fall down stairs territory. You better be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump is 4 years younger than Biden.
Well, there you go.
That's why they always yell 4 more years. Oh.
Yeah, like this guy's young and spry.
Catch up to Joe. If 4 more years, you'll be his age. Fun. Yeah, by the time this comes out, who knows what's happened with the Trump arrest and everything. I also was hearing things that like today, we're recording this on Monday, was supposed to be like Black Monday, like Silicon
it's
Valley
June 19th.
Bank. What?
That's not for a few months. Juneteenth.
That's my bad. I don't know where I got
just on
that.
a Monday.
I was thinking Juneteenth was in March for some reason. Sorry.
What's it? March.
March 10th.
No, Juneteenth. Verb March.
Oh, it's the March for Juneteenth. Got it.
That's what had you confused.
Yeah, I was confused by that. I see now. Anyway, but it's Monday now. Nothing is happening, so who knows? A lot of rigmarole out there.
Speaking of who knows, is TikTok gonna still be here?
Yeah.
They've talked about banning TikTok for I don't know, a couple of years now, but then I saw a lot of a lot of headlines in the past week being like they've made significant steps towards.
Yeah.
They're like seriously, we need to ban it.
It's like when like maybe your teacher or like your dad is like upset at you. He's like, all right, you need to cut that out. And you're like, okay. And then he like comes back in the room and like raises his voice, like, I said cut that out. And you're like, oh,
he was serious.
okay.
I was like, surely he's not.
Okay. We gotta sell this. This can't be a Chinese-based company anymore.
So TikTok, I think the government's threatening like you need to sell it or we're getting rid of it. I guess India banned TikTok in 2020, which was crazy. I don't know if you remember early TikTok, but half the videos were Indians.
Really?
Indians loved TikTok and they got rid of it.
They like
200
the
million users were in India gone.
Dang. And I guess they block VPNs somehow.
Late last year, Joe Biden signed legislation prohibiting TikTok on federal government devices. And more than half of the states enacted a similar mandate at the state level.
Here's an article.
That was just a couple months ago, so that's not good.
Here's an article a month ago that says the TikTok ban in Montana may be timely, but not necessarily constitutional. Did Montana just ban TikTok just on their own?
I did lose about 17 followers.
I don't know. I don't want to read this whole article, but
Yeah, I see this too. Wow, Montana banned TikTok.
Wait.
Anyone have plans to go to Montana? Not anymore. I was going to go to Glacier National. Forget that. What was I supposed to do before I go to bed?
they don't support me. I don't support them.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, how can I pay for the trip? It is sad to think. I mean, this happens though. I was a Vine kid. I learned the hard way. So you TikTok kids, you better make sure you have followers elsewhere.
Yeah. You learned from the Vine days. You had to pivot. You had to funnel. TikTokers, you better figure it out.
I mean, that'll be very interesting. If it actually goes poof, I mean, is it who picks up the slack? Is it Instagram skyrockets back up? YouTube Shorts?
It's probably really good for those platforms.
Yeah. They're going to be loving it.
Is it good or bad for us?
I think a net negative a little bit. There's an argument like, okay, I'm also strong on Instagram. That could really be good. And let's just pound that. But there's still value in TikTok. And
Yeah, I go back and forth. It's not a huge deal because we are diversified, but
yeah, it is nice to not be totally freaked out about it. I think like Snapchat is blowing up right now with the younger kids.
okay.
It's just been steadily growing.
That is fun.
They're paying creators more than anyone right now.
That's good. Maybe they pick up the slack.
Yeah. TikTok's great though. And you heard the rumor. Some people say like, hey, the Chinese TikTok, that's only informational.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
ours is
science,
dancing. That they're trying to like make us dumb. I don't know if you have that algorithm, you're an idiot. I've learned so many things from my TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Little life hacks, cooking tips.
I never spend more than 10 minutes on
News.
TikTok because then I end up going to Google and like searching
golf
something.
lessons.
Yeah.
Oh. My algorithm, I'm a genius.
Yeah. I will say the one part of TikTok that is just wild. I feel like there's two different algorithms on TikTok. There's your feed, your For You page, and that is great. It's so catered. But then when it suggests a live stream for you, I don't know about your TikTok, I feel like it has no idea who I am. Like the live stream is a different algorithm.
I feel like every single platform's really tried with live streams, and I've never wanted to do one myself. I've never wanted to like sit down and hang out in a live stream. I don't get the live stream thing.
It's wild. I'll click on one and it'll be like this guy who hasn't showered in 3 months being like, say a word, I'll freestyle it. Okay. And then it's just like,
okay,
yo,
yeah. Wait, am I still single? Yeah, just having fun.
Thank you for the rose. All right, let's get it. And I'm like, wow, that is hard to watch. And then I swipe, and then it's just like someone asleep in their room with all these things on their back bedroom, and it's like, whatever you donate, makes this happen. Try to wake me up. Like these people have like fixed their entire bedrooms just for like the sake of TikTok live streams. It's crazy. So it's like, if you donate this, if someone got it programmed that like their TV will turn on. If you donate this, like their alarm goes off. And it's like, try to wake me up. I'll see other TikTok live streams where it's just like a girl holding like a sign. It looks like she's being taken hostage, but it says, not talking until the finest man joins. And then so guys just try to like get in her live stream. She just accepts random guys. And then she just stares at them if she doesn't think they're hot.
That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
TikTok Live is the wildest place on the internet. And every time I'm like, I gotta like just get out of
I
that.
should do a little more TikTok Live, maybe.
Dude, just next time you get one served to you, first of all, notice how it's not good at all. And then just start swiping for a little bit. It doesn't know anything about you. It's wild.
Say no more. Yeah, I've just never, besides sports, just give it, record it, edit it, make it better, and then give it to me. I don't need it live.
Yeah.
SNL, I don't need it live. Just take your time.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't like that you're reading cue cards.
That's not cool.
You can't memorize these lines. Take your time. Do you see any of the Travis Kelce SNL?
I did. Rachel and I actually watched it live.
Oh.
We watched the first 10 minutes and I was like, that's not great. And then
Of him?
Yeah, of the Travis Kelce one.
There was a couple decent sketches. I mean, considering he's a football player, he's pretty excellent.
Yeah, compared to other football players.
I do wish they'd done a little more. I mean, I guess what could you really ask of him and them? But he was with those types of guests. They're clearly not like serving him the most difficult role. It's kind of like the whole sketch is revolved around him and allows him to just kind of like say lines.
Yeah,
I would like to see him. There was a one or two where he had a little more performance. That was pretty good. The like karate one.
That was the last one.
Yeah.
That happened like 10 minutes in the episode, and then I left after that. I was like, okay, that was pretty good.
That was.
Because guys from TikTok were the ones who wrote it.
Tell me the story about these guys. I don't know them. So I saw it's like a sub brand on SNL. What's it called? What are they called?
Okay, I actually don't know that much. I just know I used to see them on TikTok probably in like 2020 or so, 2021. I was like, oh, these guys are hilarious. And then just all of a sudden they were on SNL. I was like, oh, I guess SNL.
Do you know what we're talking about, Derek?
I'm pulling them up.
It's like
right
this
now.
redheaded guy. I don't know.
And it's a crazy deviation from the typical SNL sketches. And it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I really like
Travis
them.
Kelce's like a karate sensei, and he's just like beating people up. And then out of nowhere, a grandma is there and pulls out a gun.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like funny twists and
slapstick. But
anyway, I can't find it. But yeah, those guys are great. Certain people, you know who we're talking about.
You know what we're talking about.
You know what's going on here.
The thing. Oh man.
Anyway, that's TikTok. That's Travis Kelce.
You guys, is the wedding all planned?
It is. It's getting there. It's a lot of like little stuff which we've been trying to knock out last week. Oh yeah, that's what we talked about last episode of all the things that I needed to knock out. And I think the good news is that when I've told other people what we're doing, other people have been like, "Oh, we didn't do that till the week of the wedding." Like, wow, I can't believe you live your life that way. Like, yeah, I'm doing the wedding program. Like, oh, we did that like the day before. Like, what is wrong with you?
Any creative wrinkles you can let us in on? We just going by the book, white people wedding? What are we talking?
I think I was filling out like the order of events on the program. Like it'll be like processional, prayer. I don't know what all the things are. One of the words I put down, because I feel like they all have to be fancy words. I put expression. What do you guys think expression means?
My head's just all. It's something to do with the bowels.
That's all I can think about these days. Derek, any guesses of what expression might mean?
When you kiss the bride.
That is under the category of smooching. Okay, so it goes procession. I pulled it up now. Processional, welcome, readings, expression.
Something with candles.
Exchange of vows and ring. No, I don't think we're going to do any like unity sand or unity candles or anything like that. Expression is, I think, just I want to express. I'm taking the microphone. And I'm going to do about a 5-10 minute set. And it's funny, but it's also like, thank you for
it's
coming.
heartfelt.
Yeah. It's a funny,
vulnerable,
heartfelt.
But
no, but I just something to like address the audience. It's always bothered me how many wedding ceremonies you never hear from the bride and groom. They're standing there. It's like, I'm going to say something to those people because not everyone's going to be able to make it to the reception. I want to address everyone. Like, hey, this is fun. Thank you for being here. Yada, yada. Say something nice. So that'll be a little different. On the back of the program, this is all going to be about the program. Pull it up here. Wedding wagers. We got prop bets on the back.
Oh man, you're gonna run me out of business. I usually run a kind of a back alley prop house.
Kind of a cockfighting, cash only process.
Wow,
yeah, my idea was I wanted to do something like the 30 minutes leading up to the wedding because you're always just sitting there not doing much. And the venue doesn't have a projector, so I thought about making a video or a slideshow. They don't have a projector screen, anything like that. So this is the next best thing I could come up with, which is, wedding wagers. And so while you're waiting there, you can place some bets with the people next to you, just different prop bets. Will Jake cry? Yes or no? Will someone's phone go off?
Oh.
Will the ring bearer make it to the altar? You never know on those.
You never know.
Rachel,
always so cute though.
Yeah, fun either way. It's a win-win. Rachel's hair, up or down? One of the questions I put in there was, does Jake have too many groomsmen? Because I think I might.
Do y'all have equal parts?
We do not.
Oh.
You can see on the program here, bridesmaids and all the helpers equal to my groomsmen.
Wow, you're not messing around with the groomsmen.
Yeah.
I did peep your website. This was a funny wedding wager. You had a wedding website. I was with Katie. I was like, yeah, are they the couple that's going to have a cute little bio for every groomsman and bridesmaid?
Oh.
And we were like, I don't know. I don't think so. And you did it. You did.
Yeah,
you ever seen those wedding websites?
It didn't even cross my mind. No.
Okay. You ever seen those?
No.
Have you guys?
I don't think so.
Like every groomsman, it's like a get to know them.
It'll be like, just like, well, here's our wedding. Here's the bride and groom. Here's the story of how they met. That's like a tab. They're like, here's the wedding party. Bridesmaids. This is Carly. They've been best friends since they were 6. Carly loves blah. Hunting,
binging Netflix, and she's number one.
Yeah.
I'm sure every groom loves filling that out. They're not.
I got to describe my boys now.
Yeah. I've been in one or two where I'm like on this groomsman site and they like give a little something about me. I'm like, okay.
All right. Yeah, that fits. Thanks for checking out the website.
Yeah.
I will say Rachel's done the website. Couldn't really tell you much that's on there. Been more of the graphic designer, timeline. I don't know if we've done much to it. So anyway, wedding planning is going well. We just learned that the rehearsal dinner does not have to be from a licensed caterer. Chick-fil-A, baby. Let's save some money.
That's the dinner?
Rehearsal dinner. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, rehearsal dinner.
Doesn't have to be from a caterer.
I was like, straight up the wedding dinner?
No.
Chick-fil-A? That's kind of...
Wedding dinner will be like...
I'm not upset about that at all.
Wedding dinner will be like nice, expensive food.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're saying that. Good food.
Yeah. Good food. Good food.
Well, I'll be there, planning on it.
Appreciate it. I'll have to check with Rachel if you have
is
a
it
plus,
a kid?
plus one or not.
Kids allowed or no?
Childcare is being provided. That was one of the things I was big on. I was like, I think that should be fun. Parents shouldn't have to decide whether or not to like come based off their kids. But I also was not big on like let's have a zoo going on during our ceremony. Let's have just a ton of kids in there.
No, you can't do that.
So I was like, I think we should maybe ask to not have your kids in there during the ceremony, but we've got a bunch of babysitters on standby.
Yeah. I'll talk to Kate about it. Like, I'll just leave them outside. Like, I'm not worried about it, but
it's Iowa.
She gets worked up.
Yeah. There's not
no one around.
No, there's not.
As long as the governor's not, or the senator's not visiting that county that time, there'll be no one there.
I want to make sure looks good.
Yeah. How long have we been go?
Just under an hour.
Let's get you some segments. I want to do this. People are loving the Shelter Kid moment segment.
Okay.
So I just want to do it again because I had a natural one over the weekend.
Okay.
I think I'd mentioned this last week. Katie didn't grow up uber sheltered. So she's kind of fascinated by us.
Okay.
Us people, And we were chatting with some good friends, and I told this people, we're doing a meal train, which is maybe a new segment called White People Moments. You ever had a meal train? I underestimated the meal train.
Is that where everyone gets meals for you?
Yeah, they're like, so-and-so's having a baby, or they're like, maybe so-and-so's having a surgery, so let's start a meal train, choo-choo, and we're all going to bring them meals. Okay. And everyone's done a great job so far. Good meal. It's fun to judge people's cooking. Like, I was like, who do we got tonight? Oh, we got the Johnsons. What do you think about them?
Okay.
I don't know.
What do you think it's going to have?
I might have to salt their food extra when it shows up.
As a picky eater, that sounds like a nightmare for me.
Oh, that would be.
You would not like it.
You would not. We were chatting, and she brought us Morning Glory muffins.
Morning. Okay.
Yeah, why is Derek laughing? I don't know why he'd be laughing. Shelter kid moment.
Morning Glory. I used to work at a fireworks stand, and the sparklers were called Morning Glories. So that's probably what it is. It's just like, oh, sparkle, wake up.
Well, have y'all ever heard of... So that's part of it. Y'all ever heard of Morning Glory flowers?
No, I'm not familiar.
You have? Derek?
I Googled it, and that's what first thing came up. But yeah.
So this is this is like a real niche sheltered kid moment I had. I was like a freshman in college. Sometimes I say, my mom listens to all this. She learns so many weird things about me. I will offer this information to people. I found somewhere on the internet or saw something, Morning Glory. Does this pop up when you initially Google it?
When you initially Google it, if you don't type in Urban Dictionary, flowers come up first.
Okay, and what does it? Does it say any interesting details or questions referring to Morning Glory flowers or seeds? Morning Glory, anything pop out to you?
Tender?
No, anything else?
I'm excited for this.
Nothing that is your
Google Morning Glory
flower
seeds, and tell me what something pops up that kind of makes you. Anything at all?
Let me show you what I'm getting.
No, you're fine. Like I see this. Scroll down until a headline pops out. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Wait till one pops out at you.
Okay.
Anything pop out?
Oh, here's one about microdosing. Can you are these drugs?
Anything pop out there, Derek?
I'm still scrolling.
LSD.
Yeah.
How similar is Morning Glory seeds to LSD?
I was going to say.
Well, I came across this info as a young Christian boy. And Morning Glory seeds, you just buy them at Lowe's. And so all of a sudden I'm like, wait, if I just eat these seeds I buy at Lowe's, I could hallucinate? So of course, it's like any good rule follower. I'm like, I'm not going to drink until I'm 21. Get the rules. I don't do any drugs. That's illegal. But if I just eat something they buy at Lowe's, is that a loophole?
I think you'll have to be 18 to eat Morning Glory seeds.
Yeah. 16 in some states.
Montana just banned them.
I had this funny quick Google search for hours, just curious about this, and they found so these are of course covered in all sorts of pesticides and chemicals and whatnot, where there's weird articles where they say, yes, if you ingest enough, you can kind of have a similar effect to LSD, but you have to do a very particular process to get all the toxins and stuff off, or you'll get violently ill. I mean, go to the hospital type.
Oh my gosh.
Stomach pains. So I'm kind of looking, and of course I don't do this. And one of the basically best processes to get it off is to soak it in alcohol. And I was like, well, that's against the rules.
I can't do that.
Can't do that. And I was telling the story, and Katie just cuts me off. She goes, Christians are so weird. I was like, I was trying to follow the rules.
I couldn't do the drugs and alcohol. Morning Glory seeds were a loophole.
Can you imagine if I was never even really close to going through with that, but can you imagine if they're I'm in the hospital, what happened? I'm like, well, I was trying to live for the Lord. And so I ate 700 flower seeds. And I think I met him.
I wanted to be a good Christian, but I wanted to see God on earth. And I wanted God to be that door over there. I wanted to see it. I wanted to feel it.
So I don't know who discovered that or if anyone's actually done that, but I just thought it was hilarious. And I just had a friend nodding, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And Katie was just like, what's wrong with you?
I was following the whole time. I was like, yeah, you gotta.
Tell me if this wasn't a sheltered kid thing. When again, you wanted to follow the rules. No underage drinking. You wait till you're 21. But so for your fun, did you used to trespass onto public buildings and climb them?
Yeah. In college.
I think that's a worse law to break.
Yeah. It's I'm not gonna party, but we'll go check out the old abandoned mill.
I had some non-Christian dude point out to me. He's like, come on, guys, let's drink. We're like, no, we're good. We don't do that. We're going to go. He's like, what are you going to do instead? We're like, we're going to climb this building. He's like, underage drinking is a misdemeanor. You're going to go commit a worse crime.
Yeah, I climbed billboards. I was on a McDonald's billboard
he's like,
in college.
That's a felony. I was like, that logic's pretty, but nah.
I don't really want
Isn't that funny?
Drink. I think I'm going to steal mail out of people's mailboxes.
No, I'm going to tear down a stop sign and make it into a coffee table. But don't offer me that beer again.
Tequila.
Isn't that funny?
No, I'm good. I'm going to commit arson.
For the Lord. I'm on fire for the Lord.
Yeah, I'm on fire for him. Dude, that's funny. Did you
That
ever?
is not far from the truth. Did you ever commit arson?
No, I did start a fire in the suburbs this past weekend though. A previous owners of Rachel's house left an oil drum there, and there's a bunch of ash already in it. So I was like, well, looks like they burned stuff. Doesn't feel like I'm allowed to do that in Shawnee, Kansas, but clearly they did. So about midnight, Rachel's out of town, just me and my scruff, and I was like, let's
go some bogan stuff.
Hey, just a couple of bogans to a bogan. Let's burn some crap. And so I started burning cardboard boxes. And anyway, it lasted about 30 minutes. One, I just got so bored because I'm just out there by myself. Two, it was like 20 degrees. And then three, I saw like either a large fox, a small coyote, or the weirdest cat I've ever seen. One of those three. And that kind of freaked me out too. So I just got paranoid and just put out the fire and went back in. But so I got close to committing arson. There's houses all around.
Right. They should have told us as teenagers more that arson's like bad. I remember going to start some fires and someone alerted me like, that's very illegal. I was like, really? Starting fires just sounds so fun.
I make water all the time. It's one of the same elements. Earth, wind, fire.
Did you ever do a works bomb?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Toilet bowl cleaner and
Toilet bowl cleaner and
Yeah.
oil in a water bottle.
Bogan Derek knows about
Bogan
it.
Derek knows. That was a classic.
Never did that.
I did it like once, and it just kind of expands and then goes pop really loud, and you're like, well,
Dang, that was loud.
now what do we do?
That's what you say afterwards. Did you guys ever do
I think I had a blowout.
Whoa, works blowout? Probably in like 6th, 7th grade, like the E-Bombs World era. I feel like me and my friend group of guys, we heard about this website you could go to where if you stared at this image and listened to it with headphones on.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Whoa.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So it was advertised as it will trigger the same chemical in your brain as like heroin. You
Right.
would select which drug you wanted to do, and then it would play that song and that image for you. Never worked. Never even close.
I think that weird website may have saved like a generation of heroin addicts. I remember just being like, it's the heroin, it's not doing it for me.
I can't try cocaine. Try cocaine. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. I don't. What else? What's
Okay, something heavier.
Try. Yeah. What are they? What methamphetamine?
Methapine and fentanyl.
Do that.
Do both.
It's not working.
I'm getting dizzy, but I don't feel anything.
Is it just
Is
make
that-
you nauseous? That's a crazy core memory. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember just staring at that thing. Come on. Come on.
Make me high.
Because I'm not living under a bridge yet.
It was a loophole. It's like I'm not taking any drugs. It's just this chemical imbalance. They found a way to hack the brain. But yeah, that didn't
Not
work.
true. Did you remember that, Derek?
yeah.
What was it called? That was
I
fascinating.
have no idea what that was. I did it like we tried it one time, and it was like, well, okay, that was dumb.
Good
though.
times.
Good times.
Boys will be boys.
Boys, bogans will be bogans.
That's a good shelter kid moment right there. That was like the most like you acted up. One time I attempted to virtually get high.
Via my computer. Nothing went in or out of my body. Just sound.
But it was a rush.
Yeah, that's such a sheltered kid thing. Like, yeah, even in college, the amount of like buildings I climbed or billboards I tried to sneak onto, like that was the rush that I felt. That was my vice, was like sneaking onto things.
Oh, yeah.
Playing football on the football field. I'm not supposed to.
Oh.
No one even cared because it was a Division II school. There was no security. Didn't feel that great.
Or just like peeing in places you shouldn't. That was like a huge
Yeah.
like cool. Dude, Trey, no, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah. One time my friend pooped in a parking lot. We're like,
Dude, you're crazy.
I don't
No
know.
wipes?
I guess not.
Yeah, that's cool.
Guy was an animal. So sick.
So cool.
So sick.
Just dropped a fresh one right in the parking lot.
Parking lot
Yeah,
blowout.
let us know your shelter kid moments. Did you find what it was called? It's probably in the depths of the internet.
I was looking up
Never be
fake
found.
drug website and not good things came up. So
Yeah, morning glory seeds, fake drugs. Gotta lock your computer. Well, I gotta go take care of the child some more.
Have fun.
Can't wait.
Have fun with that.
No, it is fun. We've been watching. We've just been chilling, watching dual TV March Madness and Outer Banks.
Oh, really?
You know, we're just sitting there. It's like we've heard all this stuff about Outer Banks. Put it on. Pretty good.
Oh, I thought
Went through the first season pretty
I thought
quick.
the dialogue was brutal.
Well, it's a great thing to watch like passively. So we just
Like you're on your phone.
we just played like the whole season over the weekend. You know, we're kind of in and out, like changing him, feeding him,
Yeah.
kind of watching basketball, doing something else. And so it's a great way to watch it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're 8 episodes in and you're perfectly following the plot.
I follow close
Some of the
enough.
dialogue's crazy.
Yeah.
Where he's like driving off in a boat into the storm. And she's like, can we survive the storm? He's like, I'd rather die to go to jail. And she goes, I'd rather die than live life without you.
And they're in high
Kissing in a
school.
tropical depression. Yeah, they're 16 in the whole thing. It's great.
Yeah. I watched a couple episodes when it first came out, and I was like, I don't think this show is for me or anyone like over the age of 20. But glad you found it.
The John B thing. You just call him John B.
John B.
Like, at no point do you get to know him well enough to just go with John.
Or his last name.
Oh.
John B. Rachel and I finished the newest season of You. Really liked it. Really got into
I fizzled
that.
out on you.
Really?
We kind of watched the first season or so, and then I was just like, it kind of has a prison breaky feel to me. Like, how many prisons can this guy get out of?
I love
like,
Prison Break, so that makes sense.
okay, it's like the first season was pretty compelling. Like, how many people is this guy going to kill? How many women is he going to stalk?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know.
He's become quite the dynamic character. Things get a little darker, but he's not like
And
a
he's just
stalker
so
now.
skinny. It annoys me.
You know why I think I like the show is because he looks so much like our old opener, Lucas. It feels like I'm hanging out with Lucas. I'm like, oh, that's what
kinda
Lucas
does.
is up to. Okay, he's in London now. Oh, okay.
Very skinny, nice jawline.
Yeah.
Sure.
Beard if he needs it. Yeah, watch You. I watched the
They're
first
both like books.
both bookies. Yes, book boys, and both like a good like satchel. I would imagine.
Right,
I imagine
right.
Lucas in New York City has like got a good like satchel bag.
For sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't. No, like drawstring gym bag.
No, not their vibe. Yeah, they are kind of similar. I also checked out the first episode of the Malaysian plane documentary. I saw that
I
dropped
did
on
too.
Netflix.
I watched that last night.
I thought the first
Horrific.
episode was like good, but I wasn't like I need to watch the second episode now. I was like, oh yeah, that was kind of a fun memory. Yeah, I forgot
Right.
about that when I was in college. All right.
They keep putting interesting theories on the next episode. Like,
Yeah,
it's a whole new
yeah.
thing, but
It's a little ruined for me because I read an extensive article on it like a year ago that basically like they're like, this is what we're pretty sure happened. So I kind of like,
Wasn't it
already
a
know.
murder-suicide? Aren't we pretty sure that's what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pilot.
And that's kind of what the episode ends with. Where I'm like, what
What are the
else
next two
did they-
episodes?
I feel like they're gonna throw out some details like, ooh, maybe there's like a, I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's a good enough explanation to me. I mean,
Because they've hinted at like the
conspiracy or something.
the
or-
wings that washed a bunch were planted. But that wasn't enough for me to like watch an entire hour and a half long episode.
this one guy on there was talking about how, man, these crazy misinformation conspiracies come out, and then he makes his own conspiracy.
He's like, yeah, that's
Right.
crazy. But you know what's not that crazy?
No, it had to happen though.
You know what did happen though? The Martians. I'm also excited. I think Wednesday, some new documentary about Waco, like David Koresh in the 90s, all that. That comes out. I'm
Love a good
for sure
cult.
going to throw down on that.
Very sheltered kids.
Yeah, very sheltered kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't shelter them too much.
I'm always going to find my way back to the straight white male leading a Christian, group.
I mean, he has some decent points. All right. Appreciate y'all. We're also to live podcast. We're hoping to have
Live-
details very soon.
In-person podcast.
Live in-person podcast. Not live stream. We just established that's lame. Live in person, Tacoma, Washington, May 20th. We're supposed to, surely, I think we're going to get that live this week, but keep that in mind.
Great.
Um,
Come one, come all.
Yep. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. We'll talk next week. Peace.
Correct opinion.